How did the country of Benin and the historical Benin city end up in completely different nations? Normally, a country and its namesake city share the same borders. But today, Benin City is located deep inside southern Nigeria, nowhere near the actual nation of Benin. It all started because the city came first. For centuries, it served as the center of the powerful medieval kingdom of Benin. As the kingdom's influence expanded outward to the coast, the adjacent ocean waters became known as the Bight of Benin. But when colonial borders were finalized, the map was sliced up. The entire historical kingdom, including the city, was swallowed by modern-day Nigeria. Meanwhile, a completely different neighboring country needed a new name. Since their coastline sat on that exact same body of water, they simply adopted the name Benin for themselves. So the modern country was named after the ocean, while the original city remained locked inside Nigeria. Which means today, if you want to visit the actual Benin city to see those famous historical bronze artifacts, you don't go to Benin. You have to book a ticket to Nigeria.
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 Nigeria. Nigeria.
There are Christians everywhere in this country. I have a confession to make. Even though I keep meeting Nigerian Christians, even though I have friends who are missionaries in Nigeria, even though I've been hearing about Nigeria in the news, I still don't actually know why in 30 years Nigeria will become the largest Christian nation on earth. And honestly, I feel out of touch. When did the gospel first reach this country? Why are there nearly 100 million Christians in Nigeria? And how come Nigeria is now sending missionaries to the West? These are questions I've had for such a long time, and I intend to get to the bottom of them. So let's go right back to the beginning on our timeline to 1472, and let's stand on the swampy shores of southern Nigeria. This is where Nigeria is going to see something it's never seen. Massive wooden ships with giant sails appearing on the horizon. Are you imagining this right now? Because from this ship stepped a Portuguese merchant dressed in heavy European clothes that, to be quite frank, must have been sweltering in that tropical heat. But these explorers brought more than just metal tools and coral beads. They brought the first stories of the Bible. Okay, glide forward to 1485 because another Portuguese trader has reached the powerful kingdom of Benin. And let me tell you something, the King Oba Asigi was so intrigued by these visitors that in the early 1500s, he sent a local ambassador all the way to Portugal. Now take a look at this. He even allowed Catholic priests to start building the Holy Arosa Cathedral in 1517, and he ordered his own son to learn Portuguese so he could read the Bible for himself. It's actually really hard to ignore Christianity's footprints in Nigeria's history, because when you look at artifacts like these Benin bronzes, which were metal plaques cast in the 16th century, you can see tiny figures of Portuguese soldiers with long hair and pointed noses carved into the background.